How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
기다리고 있네. 진짜 옆에서 기다리고 있어요, 여러분.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
삼촌! 지성이 진짜 삼촌이었어요, 여러분.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
엉클 밀이라뇨. 밀린 삼촌. 이게 크리스탈 자치령 수도 트윈사이드. 되게 많이 왔네.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
둘이 똑같네요, 아주 그냥
Dion?
부부가.
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
Sire.
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
와, 아들이 그렇게 강한 바하무트인데 그냥 무슨 장기말처럼 쓰네요.
If that is your wish, your radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here?
아, 이런 거 이야기 안 돼. 진짜 쌍꺼분이 오셨군요. 자기 맘대로 그랬지. 어떻게 알고 오셨대?
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you? 2,000?
우리 얼마 있죠? 주인공 얼마 있지? 3만 원 있나?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kopko withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde? To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance? No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
바보님 어서오세요. 어찌나 조카를 사랑하시는지. 오토와 이야기한다. 새로 추가된 건 없고.
Of course. Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina
사막으로
Dalamil.
가는군요.
Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
갑시다. 바이런과 이야기한다.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart.
아니
Shall
미래기는 떠난다는 얘기 안
We
하는
shall.
건가요?
Come, let us away to adventure.
이제 새로운 지역. 벨크로이 사막. 이제 달메키아 공화국이군.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
숙부님이 같이 싸우시는 건가? 모래 먼지 속 진실. 자,
Good girl.
짠. 어느샌가 숙부님도 초코볼 타고 있고. 짠. 맵을 보면 여기에요. 뭔가 이렇게 여기를 돌고 이렇게 가라고 돼 있나 보네. 가볼까?
Fly, Ambrosia.
Our destination lies over that dune
달리미여관.
beyond the ruins.
달리미?
Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's
오
bearings.
세상
in
여러분
the
저거 봐요 저거.
sands.
아니 28렙? 28렙은 잡을 만한데.
You deserve a rest.
뭐지?
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was
아기 때
just before
봤었네.
Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
얘는 뭐지?
Titan!
안타레스? 얘는 처음 아닌데? 잡았던 애 아닌가? 뭐 산천언니 잡으시겠지. 여긴 뭐지? 근데 이런 지형에 무슨 목들 출연하더라고요. 걔네도 잡을 때 뭐 그때 오면 또 되겠지. 일단 목적지 갑시다. 응? 뭐야 이거 적들 때문에 지금 암브로시가 안 불러지는데? 가자. 사람들이 있는데? 점프! 오!
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
뭐야 한자까지 되잖아. 오, 마을이 있는 여기?
The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
짠. 응?
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
응? 아니 무슨 얘기예요? 지금 또 무슨 얘기예요?
Our Luda friends must be
용쟁이
soothing their
밀리라뇨.
saddle sores in the inn.
아니 그런 단어 하세요 또?
Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
그런. 응? 이렇게 더운데 후드를 쓰다니.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
삼촌이 찐거. 아니. 저 맛있겠다. 아니 이 사람은 아니 여관의 동생 여러분. 어머 세상에 이제 삼촌도 와 계신데. 아이고. 아이고 어떡해.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead's skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
아, 삼촌. 아, 목소리가 크시군요.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
아, 삼촌.
Uncle?
Sorry.
미안하다.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not?
응? 이
Me
장면?
and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads. But we've got business in camera that can't wait.
근데
I'm
베스미어가 좀
sure
더
you could
진중했던 것
spare us an
같아.
hour or two.
삼촌은 너무 즐거워. 들떠 계셔. 얌. 삼촌.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose.
형의 음식
Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
오냐?
It's the outlaw. Take him.
이리 와.
Try it.
Bravo, my boy.
그러구나. 삼촌. 개그 깨셨군요. 너 왜 안 쓰러져? 빨리 쓰러져. 응? 너 이리 와. 아니야. 어? 잘못 바꿨다.
trouble.
삼촌 돈 많이 버셔야겠어요.
Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
문색이 되게 특이하네.
Now's our chance.
아, 어떡해.
Your Grace?
I'm fine.
이 난장판 봐. 응? 어?
Clive?
아? 쫓아갔나?
What is it now?
동생이 당근 싫어했나봐, 여러분. 도주왕 조슈아.
It's nothing. Let's go.
그러게요.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
즐겁군요. 삼촌과의 여행이 계속되네. 또 어떤 또 일을 벌려주실지 기대되네요. 제가 이런 데는 여기저기 구경하고 싶네.
How about a hot bath to soothe the aches and pains?
뭔가 여기는 도시의 배열화가 안 보이네요.
Just look at the detail.
Your arms are like iron. Are all your muscles so hard?
Well, I'd be happy to show you.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Kneaded to a silken softness.
본다. 누구나 좋아하는 쫀득쫀득한 빵이래요, 여러분.
Like eating a cloud with a crust.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
그러게 쫀득쫀득한 빵이 있는데 뭐였지?
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
죄송해요. 이분 화났겠다.
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you.
평생
The least you can do is let us clean up.
무슨 찹쌀빵이었나? 되게 쫄깃쫄깃한 빵이 있어요, 여러분. 이름이 뭔지 기억이 안 나네. 어? 그쵸. 그거 같은데? 고소한.
Let me treat you.
I need to drink. 응? 바깥 대륙에서의 전설의 사보텐더 토막 입고 사보텐더 토막 다려 마시면 남녀 모두 힘이 불끈 뜨거운 밤을 위해 사보텐더 아니럴 수가. 여러분 사보텐더가 안 나오는 이유를 알겠어. 세상에. 에휴. 이 파판 세계에서의 사보텐더는 멸종당했겠군요.
Ah, they've closed the road, and it's the only way from here to the Fang.
그러니까.
It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at
그럼
present.
어떻게 가자, 쌉죠?
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
한문. 주민 이야기를 듣는다.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your silver platters, just like they eat.
Anything I can
무슨
help you
일이지,
with,
이제?
Tablet? Allow me.
내가 말하마.
My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our
달림이.
baths, our markets and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search
아,
at
여기
one
지역
of
이름인가?
those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question.
그렇군.
If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the
대장간인가
street.
보네요.
The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime.
계속해서 듣는다. 아, 그냥 여기서 아무한테나 말 걸면 되나?
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many
crystal
times
해야죠.
do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Can I help you?
무슨 일이지?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows. Excuse me. Are you Furder?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
동네 깡패.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
삼촌도? 우리 강아지도? 이렇게. 나 지금 열심히 연습한데. 넌 쓰러져. 넌 뭐냐, 넌. 일어날 거 없어. 뭐야, 또 들어왔다? 우리 강아지. 돌고 다니는 줄.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a
What?
test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins!
Fresh bread.
Live eaten cock, fresh from the grill. Get it,
It would make
the finest fabric.
Is this the place?
Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
So it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, He's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not
삼촌
drag
지금
this parlor
의욕이
game on any
넘치시네요.
longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
가시나무의 과제. 가볼까?
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
Get it, boy.
냠. 그러게요. 팔로우도 크리스탈이라고 했던 것 같은데?
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
네? 뭐야 이거?
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard then?
당신도 들었어.
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
영혼을 울리는 천상의 에일, 치명적인 일격의 상.
A deposit.
Take a sniff, good sir.
The juiciest meat from greens.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking, with pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
삼성 어디에서 뭐하고 계실지.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
저기 왜 올라가셨지?
Let me treat you.
I need to drink. 바깥 대륙에서 전설의 이거 아까 본 거요. 뭐야 나 뭐를 주고 있어. 응? 나 어디 계신 거야? 저건?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection.
삼촌 왜 이렇게 부자예요? 왜 이렇게?
Should you give me reason to do so?
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
오, 숙부님이 한 발 앞서가는 느낌인데? 쌤짤!
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000
조카는
or
10만 원도 없어요.
A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult.
정말 이렇게
It just
기대가
goes to
됐을까?
show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face.
상당히 두렵네.
I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
물론입니다.
Of course.
I need to drink.
Fucking men of the wrong.
여기는 막혀 있네. 저기로 나가야 되네. 사막문으로. 뻔.
Why is the tavern shut?
암브로시아.
Good girl.
가는 길 맞지? 네, 우리 암브로시아 조금 느린 것 같아요. 아니, 숙부님이 알고 보니 막 그 뭐지? 그 초코보 무슨 레이스 우승자? 뭐야, 여기 길이 없는 것 같은데? 아니야, 잘 가고 있어.
I'll take it from here.
응? 위험한 건 하지 마세요, 라고. 3천.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase
그러니까
that
반려대 수출한다고
and
해놓고서는
share the
중간에
benefits.
이제 이렇게 팔아버리는
And now
거군요.
that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both.
아니야. 네. 뭐하냐? 라.
It's over.
It's not over yet, Uncle. Oh, good. I'm just getting warmed up.
너, 야야야야야 이 법사 이 더러운 게 진짜. 아우 라군 꼬라지 진짜. 아니 너 말고 얘 옆에 있는 애. 너 이리 안 와? 아, 초코보가 왔다.
Finished.
Well,
끝났나?
that wasn't too bad. That's like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage.
아, 그래서 마을에
I think I
끌당이
did the role
없었군요.
justice.
그리고선 그걸 이제
Don't
발로드에 갖다 줬다고 거짓말하고.
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
이제부터 보고 있었지.
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into
주인공도 할 수
the
없는
confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same.
오, 드디어
Passage
이
through the
드레이크
south
팽이.
gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is
어리석을
not
때?
Greybeard. It is Lord
모양들이
Byron
다들 특징
Rosfield.
있는 것
Thank you very
같아요.
much.
No, thank you very much. Greybeard.
Double the...
이놈이!
Here, wear this.
신뢰의 증표겠지?
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Omia Lostelan. Tu Isagelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
과제 끝! 그러면은 왜 갑자기 뒤에 바로 써볼게요. 이 사람 이렇게 할 말이 많지?
You wish to talk?
루보르에 관해 넌 뭐냐?
You and I.
나 같은 어린애가 사막의 길 루제나 딜리밀이라고는 달리밀이라고 생각도 못했겠지? 실은 나도 이대야. 이 이름도 가시나무 입맞춤도 모두 스승님께 이어받았지. 스승님은 전형적인 여장부였어. 손버릇 나쁜 고아였던 나를 붙들고는 죽어라 일을 가르치셨지. 번개에 맞아도 죽지 않을 것 같은 스승님도 어느 날 갑자기 세상을 떠나셨어. 그래서 지금 이 무기점 일에 고아들 뒤치다거리 사막의 귀까지 내가 대신하고 있지. 뭐 랜스나 드리카 같은 고아를 돌보는 건 취미로 한다 쳐도 설마 시드와의 관계까지 이어받을 줄은 몰랐어. 여관 성립. 달리밀 여관은 이 사막에서 가장 풍요로운 땅이야. 맑은 강물과 온천이 예로부터 많은 사람들을 불러 모았다고 해. 그러다 드레이크팽의 중계점으로 나라에서 정비하기 시작하자 온갖 상인들이 너나 할 것 없이 옮겨와 살게 됐지. 그리고 언제부턴가 이곳은 인간의 욕망이 소용돌이치는 달미키아 제1의 난잡한 도시가 되었어. 나라의 규율이 미치는 수도 란델라와는 달리 달리밀은 자유분방하고 호탕한 상인들의 도시를 할 수 있지. 근데 후고가 드레이크팽의 거성을 둔 이래로 거리에서 놈의 사병들이 활개치기 시작했어. 놈들은 돈과 권력을 믿고 자기들 마음대로야. 달리밀 여관은 항상 놈들의 난동에 시달리고 있고 뭐 그런 상황에서도 다들 잘 살아가고 있지. 유들유들하고 씩씩한 게 이곳 사람들의 장점이야. 횡령에 관해 달미키와 발로드 양국의 동맹을 등에 업고 크리스탈을 빼돌리다니 더러운 짓도 정도가 있지. 크리스탈 배급이 줄어든 바람에 일을 할 수 없어서 스스로 목숨을 끊으려던 상인도 있었다고. 네가 처리해준 덕에 후고의 사명들이 당분간은 조용히 지내겠지? 이 세상에 크리스탈이 존재하는 한 비슷한 일은 지금도 어딘가에서 일어나고 있을 거야. 정말이지 인간의 욕심은 끝도 없다니까. 그래도 네가 마더 크리스탈을 파괴해준다면 이런 짓을 꾸미는 놈들이 사라질 수도 있겠지. 기대할게, 클라이브.
Farewell now.
I've never even forged a button. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past
무슨
him.
문제라도 드레이크팽 가려다 고기.
Oh, wait.
클라이브 씨 아니십니까?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? There's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan.
아니 나는 왜?
Let's get
나는
to
왜
it, shall
같이
we?
들어가죠?
I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
저도 요리하는 입장에서 상당히 궁금하네요.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir.
Needed to a silk.
부족한.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
못 들어가네. 배열어가 있긴 한 건가 이 동네도?
Plates and pots, holes and basins, everything I've worked for. All those years of toil.
이 목탕에 내 인생이 걸려
tied up
있는데.
in this place.
물론이지. 저도 항상 요리할 때 과연 어떻게 하면 더 맛있는 요리를 만들 수 있을지 항상 고민한답니다.
On second thought, perhaps you are just what I
나
need.
좀 도와줄게.
Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalamil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
그럽시다.
All right.
이 왠지 몬스터랑 싸우는 느낌이네요.
Wonderful.
근데 그 새 너무 귀여운데.
Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
알겠어. 물도 끓을 만큼 뜨거운 녀석. 혹시 그 있잖아요, 그 봄인가?
The baths are closed for scrubbing.
아니 지나가기
Please bear
전에.
with us a little longer.
Sweet incense. What wax can?
아니 이거 뭐지 이거 뭐야 이거를 먼저 끝내고
Lubor was
싶은데
true to
이 안에 어디네? 그만이에요. 아니 어디지? 이야기를 들어야 되는데. 찾았다.
She'll look at you and quite a different.
왜 알아서 찾으라는 건가?
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't chip, won't crack, no matter how.
요리.
I'll be asking for you again.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
여기 어디? 달리밀 시장. 시장에서 푸주간 대화했고.
Kneaded to a silken softness.
The most
Yes,
fragrant
they're
herbs
quite
and
sort
spices.
of finest fabric.
Is it true what I'm hearing? The men of the rock
모르겠어요, 여러분.
Offer crystals for
좀
themselves?
자세히 둘러보자.
It would certainly explain why we haven't been getting on.
Silver platters. Just like
모르겠는데? 마음의 눈?
fresh bread, warm from the oven.
아니 이게 어떻게 된 거야? 올라가 보자.
You're going to drink my pockets. I need to drink.
Fucking men of the wrong.
아니 이게 어떻게 된 거죠?
이모를 보니 어떤 소환수가 생각나네요. 시바.
세상에. 고아누님 어서오세요. 맞습니다. 절대 욕이 아니죠? 아름다운 얼음 그 여왕 시바.
I'll be asking for you again.
어디 있는 거야? 시장 사기에게 이야기를 듣는다. 여긴 목욕탕 아저씨고.
Plates and pots, bowls and basins.
상인? 왜 안 보이죠? 확실히 줄임말이 좀 이상합니다. 상인. 이거 혹시 버그 아니에요, 여러분?
Put a knife with an edge like Odin's razor in my
예리함.
hand, and I'll make short work of any.
The finest fabrics. Fresh from the
혹시 너냐?
What is it now?
아닌데.
Best of luck.
여긴 대장간.
I hear you and the master are working together now. Glad to have you on board.
주문분 그레이트 소드 의뢰는 코호트 상회. 이상하네. 저 가운데인데.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
Kneaded to a silken softness.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Just look at the detail.
아니 나 이런 거 저게 아닌데. 어떻게 된 거야? 어디 있는 거야 상인? 나 지금 빨리 진행해야 돼. 저거 보니 진짜 맞네? 봄이네 여러분. 전에 봄이었어. 두고 보자. 반드시 체크만 돼.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of
It's
Singing.
all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the Empire, they flat out refuse to do business with
Won't you come and play,
상인.
handsome?
당신 상인 아닌가? 상인. 이거 버그죠? 응? 아, 여긴 돌고 왔고 저기도 들어가 봤고 목욕탕도 가봤고.
The baths are, closed for scrubbing. Please bear with us a little longer.
주민 남자.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters.
Plates and pots!
여기 가봤고 이렇게 돌았고 여기에 새길이 있어. 이상하네. 여기 지도에는 길이 있는데? 아, 이거 위층인가?
Sweet incense! Wax candles!
아니 웬일이야. 아니
What is it?
이게요 그 서브키 저거 두 번째 걸 받는 바람에 그래.
Do you mind if I ask your trade?
응? 아 블러드 스테인드?
I have a question.
구하늘님은 제가 가지 못한 그곳 가지고 가셨으면 좋겠어요. 저는 그렇게나 가고 싶었는데 가지 못했죠. 점프를 못했어. 진짜로 점프를 못해서 해냈어요.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment.
예리하면서
Don't be
튼튼한?
dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge.
마침내 해냈다.
Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Silver platters!
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
It would make us. My carpets have pride of place.
So, how do you learn anything useful?
이야기 좀 들으셨나요? 예리함과 튼튼함을 원해. 그렇군요. 제가 만난 여간 요리사는 가벼움이라고 했어요.
So we're no better off than when we started.
가벼움까지.
Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light, meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my
이게
test.
접근하네요.
But maybe there is
빨리
someone I
달리면
could
더
turn
못해요.
to. A
더
merchant,
못해.
a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
뭘 또 나도 같이 가? 나 봄 잡으러 가야 돼. 여기에 여러분. 아, 야.